Good evening. Welcome back to the Mancunian Way. It is Stateside Blues. Hope you are well. I apologise to begin with. My camera app is just reloading because I had camera issues this morning. So I've been trying to reload it. I finally got the chance. So I will be on camera shortly. But you've got the beautiful faces of Danny, Ed, and Tariq. Good afternoon. Good afternoon to you, gentlemen. How are you?
Doing well, man. Glad to be here.
I'm fantastic, mate. Good to be on again. It's been a while for me. It's been almost a month since I've been on this show, so it's good to chop it up with the boys again, as Tarek likes to say.
Yeah. Well, loving the jacket, man.
Yeah, thank you. It's been my size since I was in 9th grade, so I guess I haven't grown all that much.
The day will come. The day will come.
The day will come.
Oh, the American food hasn't gotten to you yet, then?
No. Darsh, it's the 1819 third kit, but as a jacket. You know, the one with the purple, the orange stripe.
Yeah, the Quality Street one.
Yeah, that's actually
nice. Oh, yeah, the Quality Street one. You're right.
Anyway. No, the jacket's lovely, but I wasn't a fan of the kit. I won't lie.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the kit, but hey ho. I like this season's kit and everyone else. So hey ho. Each to your own. Class by US. Excuse me. Last night versus Uruguay. City should watch their set pieces. Executed well. Proper quick tempo. Slam Uruguay. Freeman was ripping them apart. I haven't watched any internationals, I'll be honest. I've had a football break. Enjoyed it. I'd urge anyone to watch the goals of the one layoff from the free kick with a fine swine finesse and well executed corner to the back post with a good header. Dash is with us. Hello, mate. Yes, with Samaritan's link, very important. Thank you very much, mate. Never suffer in silence. Always speak. I was very punctual. Danny was there before, mate. Big up, Sam. How you doing, mate? First time I heard City being discussed, albeit with Foden hate on Mo's channel. Yeah. We're going to talk about that's on my agenda a little bit tonight. Phil Foden's hate is going a bit of a disease. It's a bit of a disease. Makes me laugh, though. You know, just because people are talking about the assist for England, it's like, what? What, because we're not big enough Pezza? I know, man.
It's that whole situation's embarrassing. I mean, I get
exactly,
but the fact it's drawn out all this time is just really, really
yeah. That's the whole. We got to the bottom of it. That's the whole reason why Foden's getting the hate.
They've turned football into an English class. They're microanalyzing everything people say, and it's just not what football's about, is it?
So why did you say Foden's getting the hate, Martin? What did you decide on?
Oh, because of the media from the England goal. Because he's not getting the love on the goal. They're saying, well, what you mean? What they're basically saying is the media are loving a simple pass,
and that's fair. I do think it was a little bit over the top, but I don't think it was just about that as a goal, because I feel like they were giving him grief and have been giving him grief well before that. So that's just the most recent thing that they want to hate on him for. But whatever.
We'll see. Big up, Benny. Neil, how the devil are you? It's Stateside, mate. Late Night Blues we're going to do over the weekend, hopefully. Yeah, Danny's rocking it. It says it in the title, guys. Stateside Blues. Let's see if we beat Newcastle panel. You're really scared of Newcastle, aren't you? Good evening, Dudley. How the devil are you, me old mucker? Only internationals I watch is the Congo, the Dominican Republic of Congo.
Dominican Republic of the Congo. That's two different countries, mate.
Whatever. You get in trouble at the moment. I don't know.
Well,
Nigeria.
Martin, no, he didn't teach geography. We know.
I know Nigeria got been embarrassed. Keela, hello.
What's up, Vader?
Don't get me wrong. USA are only there and Canada are only there because you're bloody host nations. If you were both there by qualifying, you're not both there. So, hey ho. Anyway,
you don't know that. You don't know that. I'm not going to let you get away with that.
Oh, I know that boy. I know that boy.
Don't.
Bring it.
You don't know that.
Bring the smoke.
I'm not going to allow that. Listen. I'm not going to allow you to say that until it's proven. And we'll see how this tournament actually ends up at the end of the day. So I'll leave it with that.
Okay.
Actually, Martin, how well did you guys play against USA in the last World Cup?
I'm not that well, to be honest, I can't really remember. But the one thing I will say, mate, can you name me another international team that has won 20? Was it how many games did we win? All of them. Didn't concede a simple. See, this is where my international interest comes. I don't even know how many we play.
Can you name another big international team who've gone 59 years without a trophy? That's the real question.
Wow.
See, you started this, Martin, but you started this.
At least we have a trophy.
The only reason why we're all in
get back in your box. Where's your trophy?
We won the Nations League 3 times in a row before we got knocked off our perch this year.
The Nations League.
No, we won the Nations League. You got relegated in the Nations League.
Show me your World Cup. Show me your World Cup. We'll have a chat.
Mate, you weren't even born. Get back in your box.
That's not the point. Hang on a minute. We can't sit here as City fans and say we've got history, and then when we talk about the English history, that's banned. Now you're sounding like United and Arsenal fan there, Danny.
Now that's an insult. Now I'm offended.
Yeah, you weren't even born, and you can't talk. You're an Aussie. Get back in your box, you lot. At least England does stuff.
2015 Asian Cup. Where's your Euros, Martin?
Well, what England like to do is get to a final. We like to get to a little final, and then we, feel sorry for the other team.
Is that AKA shit your pants?
Wow, there's just no need. There's no need. But on this, congratulations to the host nations of Canada, Mexico, and the USA. They've all qualified, being host nations. Algeria, Cape Verde, Egypt, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Morocco, Senegal, South Africa, and Tunisia are also qualified. Australia did qualify, so I know I'm winding Keely up. Iran, Japan, Jordan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, and Uzbekistan. Europe, Australia, Austria, Belgium, Croatia, England, France, Germany, Holland, Norway, Portugal, Scotland, Spain, and Switzerland. Oh, I did catch a little bit of the Scots the other day against Denmark. New Zealand have also qualified, so Chris Wood will be there. Argentina, Brazil, Colombia, Ecuador, Paraguay, Uruguay, and there was also is it Caraco?
Curacao. Yeah.
Curacao, there you go.
Their first ever World Cup, smallest ever to qualify.
So that'll be fun.
Impressive stuff.
That will be fun. Do you want to say anything on the World Cup before we jump into City stuff about who's qualified, etc.? Oh, 2 minutes away from update. I'm watching it going down here.
What's going on?
I'll say, do you want to say anything about the World Cup qualifiers?
Oh, you said you were 2 minutes away from an update. We were like on pins and needles, like waiting on
my video. Sorry, update on my video. Getting my video.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes more sense. I mean, I think for me, I didn't watch the U.S. game, to be quite honest. I have, whatever. It's my own personal issues with the U.S. national team, but congratulations for being in the World Cup, and I'll support as much as I can this tournament. But watching Curacao and Jamaica last night was interesting because it kind of kicked off towards the end. I thought Jamaica was going to be able to pull it out, but no such luck. Curacao, I think, is the smallest nation to actually ever qualify for the World Cup. I think they only have like 150 some odd thousand. It's like a city. It's like cities. That's crazy.
They've got more baseball players than they do footballers, really, Curacao.
That game was peak CONCACAF, though.
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. I think the ref completely lost control of the match. But you're right. It is absolutely peak CONCACAF. That's exactly what we see all the time.
Yep, exactly.
That pitch was
it was horrible.
Peak CONCACAF.
No,
I think was bags full of piss being thrown onto the players.
I think the way I'd put it is that this international break was a horrible international break for people who hate international football because there were so many just magical fairy tale games. You had Austria and Scotland and etc. qualifying for the first World Cup since 1998. Norway as well. That was an incredible game against Italy. Of course, I'm half Italian, so a bit painful to see that. But yeah, Curacao making it. You had Haiti watching the end of another match on someone's phone because they didn't know if they were going to qualify or not. You had the magical Ireland game, Troy Parrott hat trick. They even beat Portugal before then. And then you had the Scotland game with the 2 unbelievable goals in added time. So,
bangers.
Of all the international breaks, this has been one of the better recent ones. Not to mention our incredible win against Uruguay yesterday. One of the best performances I've seen from us in a very long time. Probably since we beat Germany and Netherlands in 2015. So, yeah, this was...
Wow.
People complain about international breaks, but this was actually a pretty good one for me.
I only complain about international breaks when the games are meaningless. When if the team's already qualified or things are pretty much set, that's when I get really annoyed with them. But when the countries, when the nations are playing, and all the stakes is for that qualifier to have a chance, that's when it's meaningful and everyone's invested watching it. You want your country to do well despite your club players being elsewhere and not wanting them to get injured. So. Yeah, man.
Big up, Governor. Sam. Blue Art says hello to the American Manx. Cristiano Ronaldo, red card made the international break even more sweeter. Even though I've been sent off. You mind I had to listen to Brad Guzan's analysis.
I remember him passing it straight to Aguero like it was yesterday.
Oh.
Famous USA win against England in the 1950. Jesus, Blue. Got back a bit there. 1-0 in the group stages and in time when England was supposed to be good. Danny won't allow that one because you're not allowed to talk about history and internationals.
Oh, no, that one I'll allow. It's an exception to the
rule. Oh, you allow that one, but the 66 World Cup win, we're not allowed to talk about that.
Yeah,
no, he said you can't talk about things that you weren't around to see.
Well,
you were here for that, weren't you, Martin?
No, I'm not. I'm not that old, Tariq.
I'm just kidding because I'm probably just as old as you are. So I just had to give you. I
think Alan and Rich were around for that.
There you go.
I just remember Clint Dempsey's nutmeg in 2010.
Right. Anyway, let's get into it. Obviously, we'll have to go with the news that's come out tonight with the Jack Gorn stuff. I like it when Jack Gorn confirms stuff that we talk about 5 weeks ago. But we get called frauds there on the channel.
Meltdown.
Hey, but never mind. I do like it. I do like it when we say things. The amount of times I've rang Ed or text Ed and gone, "Told you so, told you so, told you so," and Ed just laughs at me. Ed just goes and said, "One day." Right. Anyway, yes. So the Jack Gore news tonight. He did a little bit of a Q&A, confirming the interest in Antoine Semenyo at Bournemouth. But he just said, as what we said the other day, it's his interest. There is no bid or bidding been done at the moment. Goes on to talk about January transfers. Basically, we are a little bit in the unknown because we don't know how Hugo Biana will react into January. The general consensus has been from Chica that if there is no need to buy, they will not buy in January, but there was that caveat from Jack Gorn in the article that this is Hugo Biana. So he may want to do things a little, he would like to be, I think it was the word proactive, was it? What was the exact word? He used a particular word on it. Oh, yeah, proactive. No, it was the word. Hugo Biana may be more proactive in the middle of the season and want to shake things up more regularly. So we'll see. He said, as for Semenyo, the 60 million price tag looks attractive to all the Premier League top clubs. And there's a little bit of a watching brief going around the situation from a City's perspective at the moment. But there are undoubtedly rival clubs with greater needs who are further down the line with Semenyo, who has 6 goals and 3 assists in 11 games. Goes on to talk about Stefan Ortega, Trafford and Ake, confirming Ake does. He's a little bit concerned on game time. Again, we told you this weeks and weeks ago. James Trafford and Ortega are the same, but the likelihood only one keeper will be allowed. We did throughout the other night on After Dark that the chance of both keepers going is going to be very unlikely in one window. I think one will be Jan and one will be the summer. One thing I didn't know Ortega had turned down Sunderland. I knew about Burnley, I knew about Fenerbahce. I didn't know about bloody Sunderland. So that's a weird one. And then
wait. Why do you think that's a weird one? You don't think his agent is saying he should aspire for something?
What I was told was he was after a club with ambition in the Premier League or abroad. He wasn't after a lower end team.
Yeah, so turning
so
down
he must
Sunderland
have
makes
had
sense.
So that lines up.
Yeah, but he must have. When you look at Sunderland now,
sure.
No,
I mean, well, they're top half of the table, right? So
yeah, well, they're like fourth, aren't they?
Now.
So that's the point, right? I don't know how long that lasts, and so I don't think any of us would have thought that Sunderland would have been top half of the table at this point. Nor do we think, probably any of us think, that they will be top half of the table when the season ends. So if you don't want to go to a team that's going to struggle or whatever, you don't want to go to Sunderland. You're holding out for something better. You got your camera working.
But that only leaves.
You're up to the bottom row now, Tariq.
Hey, that's okay. I'm relegated. It's okay. I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm not precious to what I am. Sure, show.
But Tariq, that only leaves the Bundesliga though, to be honest, because I don't see a top half Premier League side going in for him.
Maybe the backup.
Well, maybe he goes. Did you say anything about Newcastle?
No. Well, Newcastle are interested in Trafford and Oscar Bob.
Yeah, I'm sure Trafford now, especially. But I'm just saying, like the beginning of the season, maybe he would have gone. He could have gone to Newcastle potentially. I don't know if there was an offer made or even an opportunity, but it seemed like that would have made sense.
I mean, the thing is, I understand Ortega's situation, but it was that Dash knew this as well. But there was a belief he was after a certain level of football team that I don't think he was actually ever going to get. In my honest with you, I think it was probably a Dash. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't it a Champions League club? He was.
Oh wow.
So I mean, there was a level of football team he was trying to get to Ortega, and that's why he kept knocking. Because they had offers, Ortega kept knocking. Because there was no offers at the start. No, there was offers at the start, no offers in the middle. Then the offers came at the end, and he knocked it all back.
And who are the clubs you said that he knocked back? I apologize, I wasn't.
It was Burnley, Fenerbahce, and Sunderland in the end.
So you're saying, so you're saying he didn't want to be second fiddle to Ederson at a whole different club then?
There you go.
Well, I'm wondering Fenerbahce came late, didn't they, for Ederson? So I'm wondering if they went for a cheaper option first. And while you're having that discussion with Ortega, they'll say, it could have been they've gone for Ederson and asked about Ortega. Because you remember all the news was Ederson was going to Galatasaray. So maybe they thought if he's off to Galatasaray, we'll see if we can get Ortega in at Fenerbahce. I'll be honest, listen, I get it with Ortega, but I think he's got his standards a bit high, if I'm honest, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think it's weird because he's been frozen out a bit at the minute, and I think he probably regrets that move in the end, not moving, because he's not even getting on the bench anymore.
Yeah, Ben Nelson's gotten on a few times. That surprised me. I was like, I thought he was first in line.
Yeah,
confirmation.
I think.
Well, Pep, by the way, is pissed off with Bayer Leverkusen. Basically, Echeverri was told to go to Girona.
Playing every game.
I think that's probably hampered Echeverri now moving forward.
And you see how well that's worked for Vitor Hayes. He's getting a lot of praise from their leadership. So again, it was all set up for him. And again, it sounds like maybe he listened to his agent. And instead of just listening to the club. And it's like, we should be after the same things. And, again, I understand you want to go play, in European competitions and all that kind of stuff. But if you're not going to play, what's the point? Yeah. You got to take that. You got to take ownership of your own career, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I know the Girona situation's rough, but I think Vitor Hayes is going to come out of that. Like, I think he's going to just get so much grit from that. Like he's facing adversity this season. Like they're probably going to get relegated.
Yeah. Vitor Hayes is guaranteed coming back. He's coming back. And they're very happy with Vitor Hayes moving forward. And his development.
And in La Liga, he's getting sort of all these different types of tests. You've played against the elite teams, Barcelona, Real Madrid, but at the same time, I think one of the games that stood out to me was against Real Oviedo a few weeks ago, where he was playing against Salomon Rondon, who's had so many years in the Premier League, veteran presence, and so he's probably got more smarts up here than maybe some of the younger, more talented players do. And he actually kind of struggled a bit, so it's interesting to see him sort of face different types of forwards, a big, tall, physical guy versus someone like Mbappe who's just going to beat him in behind, or Lewandowski who's an elite poacher. So, I think it's a very good loan move for him. People sort of look at Girona's position in the table and say, you've just thrown him into a dumpster fire, terrible decision. But again, like everyone else here has said, I think he's learning, and he's learning in so many different ways.
Well, do you know what's made it worse for Echeverri, by the way? And I didn't even know this myself because I wasn't following it. It's been 6 weeks. 6 weeks since he started or was involved properly.
Well, I thought he played against Bayern a few weeks ago and PSG as well.
Yeah, he started those games.
No, they said domestically.
Oh, domestically. That's right.
6 weeks. That's crazy.
Also, Vitor Hayes looks like he's bulking up a little bit too, and that was one of our things that we said he needed to do.
That was one of the things that I was actually surprised when I read the article about him. Is they talked about how physically he's bulked up and his body and all. I was like, wow. To your point, Kelster, when we sent him over there, it was, hey, he's this, he's thin, he's kind of skinny, if you want to use that word. Very much John Stones-esque from many years ago. And so, seeing him grow into his body is it's just great for him all around. Like I said, it was a great decision by the club and by him to make that choice. So kudos to him.
It's a scrappy physical league, so he'll be prepared for the Premier League.
And he will have seen everything, every type of striker that he will have played against.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be great for his long-term career.
He gets to go against Alvarez. Or has that already happened? I'm trying to watch Girona games, but I forget a lot.
Well, there was a side note, by the way, on the Ake stuff, because that's now confirmed he was. There are at least 2 other players weighing up their positions within the squad. They will see how their development goes over the next few weeks. If I'm going to be honest with you, sorry, Tariq, everyone's saying that it looks out of whack.
I'm good with it.
Listen, guys,
too much pressure up there. Too much pressure up there.
People are deep in stuff too much. First,
no, does it matter where I am in the bloody table, guys? Jesus. If I had to guess, and by the way, put your guesses in the chat, and we'll put it to the panel in a minute. I'm probably guessing. I've got a feeling Rico Lewis is one. And the other 2 I can't decide on is Oscar Bob or Stones. I think I'm only guessing on those I don't know, but I've got a feeling it's Stones or Bob, the other one.
What about a wild card? What about Marmouche?
No.
What if he's starting to question?
Well, he's saying in addition to Ake, Vader.
In addition. Okay.
Yeah. It's like Ake plus 2, I think that's what they said, right?
Kelsey's not getting off this Marmouche train.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. If you came in,
no.
Yeah, would you want to, kind of sit like he has? But again, he's been hurt. And
it may be too soon to think about that, but
doing his thing.
Next year, though,
I don't think there's any chance with regards to Marmouche. Also, just because he's been hurt, he's got to come back, and I would think that yes, the club has priorities for the players to be ready for us to play, but they also don't want to add kilometers on him so that after AFCON he's not available for us. So I think it's a little bit of combination of making sure that he's 100%. But I'd be really upset if Marmouche was part of that, because I think we need that second option in attack.
Yeah.
So
I'd be shocked if he was.
Yeah, I think it's Oscar. I think it's probably Oscar, Bob, and Rico Lewis, the other 2.
Bob's got to be asking some questions. But Bob's getting a lot more playing time than Rico is. Because remember, Bob started a lot of the season. Like, he started a lot of games at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but now since Turkey's been back, he hasn't even made a squad.
Rico just signed a new contract, so I wonder what the conversation was around playing time for him when he signed that. Was there an idea given?
Yeah, I'd love to have been a fly in the wall.
Yeah, was there an idea given as to, hey, you can expect to play every 3 days or every month, every other, every 3 matches or whatever that might have been, because then if you're not getting it, I could understand you being a little disappointed. But again, to me, I feel like he had to have known going into it. He had to have known that my time is gonna be limited. Now, maybe he thought he could beat out
Darsh's thing.
All them questions, they are all homegrown.
All the players we're talking about are all homegrown.
Also, 3 of them are academy trained. People forget we have an academy train quota as well for Champions League. It can't just be Phil Foden. It has to be others. Like, you have to get these players into the team. I mean, because what is it, 4? You have to have 4 of them, I think.
Well, we don't have to.
Yeah. I thought you had a minimum for Champions League.
No, I think they've got to be associated trained in the Champions League, which is different to academy trained.
I thought they had 2 quotas for Champions League. Maybe I'm wrong, but
yeah, I think there's one for A. Is it A squad and B squad, Donna?
Yeah, there's an A squad.
Well, there is an A and a B for sure.
Yeah, but which one is? I thought I can't. Is it under a certain age? One's 1 and one's I can't. That rule is so confusing and messed up. I never.
I think the under 21. I think under 21 is on the B squad. I think, and so it doesn't really matter, who they are at that point. But I want to say Kelks is right that you do have a certain number of association trained and like club trained. So that's why I think a lot of times we like you said, you could have if once they get a certain age, like the Fodens, the Bobs, the Rico Lewis's, those kinds of players, but they just haven't mattered just because they've been on the B squad for so long. But we'll have to see.
I think Nico O'Reilly's still on the B squad just because.
Yeah, I'd say they're just old enough. Yeah,
but I think next season he'll be qualified to be homegrown, won't he? Next season, like he'll be old enough. What would he be?
Yeah,
21
I can't
or
remember the
22?
threshold is. It's either 20 or 21 for Champions League. Might be different. Can't remember though.
Yeah.
See, I don't want to lose Bob. The problem is, I don't want Bob just sitting on a bench forever.
Yeah.
And I don't.
So would you
see
send
that
him on
way.
loan? Would you send him on loan?
The club offered him a loan in the summer. He said no. That always worries me because when a club is openly said we don't want to sell, they didn't want to sell. It was go and get some really good minutes, you know. Because I think deep down the club knew, or Pep knew, when everyone is fit, you are not going to get the minutes you probably want or you probably deserve in your development. So I think it was go and have a year out, enjoy. Same as like Victor Hayes, go and have a year out, enjoy, come back. We don't think the selling was ever on the agenda. And his thing, he was playing at the start, and then as soon as Mamouche and Cherky got back fit, he ended up going back out again.
Well, it seems like there's been more of a push to get Savinho all those minutes than Bob, so he could be factoring that in too. Because
there's a bigger push to get Savinho than Bob at the minute.
that could be more of a political thing too, though. Because I think there's a little bit of an, you know, I think certain people in the club really want this CFG model to work, and Savinho, I think, has a little more leash than a couple other players do. And I could see someone like Bob getting frustrated by that.
I hear you say that, and that might be true. I don't have any reason to know if it is or if it isn't. But what I do know is absolutely true is that Savinho has gone and had a effectively 20+ GA season at a top level league in La Liga, and Oscar Bob has never done that. So if all I look at is just, you know, what they have done and use that as a guide to what they can be, I'm gonna lean on Savinho. Now, maybe that's not fair to Oscar Bob, and I'm okay with saying that. But if that's all I have to go off of, that's what I'm gonna go off of. So it might be that it's just, you know, like you said, the political thing, but I don't know that necessarily
I'm coming
defines
to that,
it all.
Steve, don't worry, because we talked about that.
Get rid of that dude.
See,
No,
Alan, no,
we
you
don't
can't
need
keep
Rodrigo.
saying that. No, Alan, you can't keep saying he's a kid. Can't keep saying that.
Is he the same
He's
age
That's
as
the problem,
James
is
Trafford?
he's
Isn't he the
22
same age
now.
as James Trafford?
Yeah, he's older than
That's the
Savinho.
problem,
Let's
yeah.
not play
Yeah,
this game.
Ian Trafford were teammates.
Let's stop doing this. He's a kid. He's not a kid. He's 20. He's 22.
I know Alan is a Trafford defender, so
He's already sold him.
Alan sold him? Really?
Well, he's like, he needs to leave.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
for
like,
his
he needs to
career.
leave. Yeah, he's been
For his
pushing that
career.
for a while.
I'm hosting, mate. Once we get Ed trained up onto the whole situation, then now maybe I'm not needed.
I can take over on that now. Oh,
Bob-
I had a question
Bob-
about that Jack On thing. What's this going on with Rodri? His contract is now on hold or something because of a knee problem. What's the, maybe Darsh can answer in the chat too. What's going on there?
It's more length of contract.
Yeah, fair play.
Or does he want more years? And we are.
It's City don't want to give nearly 400k a week on a 4-year deal when someone's knee might never get back proper again.
I think that's fair.
I was kind of wondering if Nico G's emergence has kind of added a little more spice to this, because I don't think any of us saw Nico G coming like this. Well, maybe a few of us. did
No.
last season.
But you, when you tweeted out he was finished at this club before the Napoli,
Yeah.
stay out of this.
I didn't want him to start that game. I still don't know. It's not because he's not good enough. He should have started that game, clearly, because Rodri was complaining about knee injury.
Alan, you can't say Trafford will leave and then go, Oscar Bob's a kid. Same age, mate. Don't work that way. You've just got the Oscar Bob love because he's out the academy. And I'm sorry, we're not, it's not 90, even I, but it's not 1995 anymore. Can't be just because you're in the academy, you get a straight into the first team job. Yeah. You've got to earn it. You know, with all fairness, we are trying to win multiple trophies here. It's an ACL. Rodri will be fine. No, they're not saying he won't be fine. They just, at the moment, they just need to adjust. The discussions are still going on. Foden's is verbally agreed. That's done. That just needs a pen to paper job. And Stones, no update. That's just they're going to see how things go towards. I think that'll be a last one done. Josko Gabardio's due to get one as well.
Yeah. Deal with me glazing for 10 more years.
I'm trying to think. Was there anybody else? No, that's it. That was the updates on the.
I'm fine with that Vardiel extension as long as there's a line on this contract that explicitly says you will not have to play 90 minutes of every single game for the next 10 years, because he is getting burned into the ground, and I kind of feel bad for him.
Genuinely worried about it. After that interview, that tweet a couple days ago, he said, "I've had knee pain. I've had knee problems for 10 months." I'm like, what are we doing? Which is why I find it ludicrous that the club is even entertaining selling Ake in January, because that's the only left center back cover we have. So you see, you saw what happened to Rodri. You're seeing what's happening to Vardiel, and you're still entertaining Ake leaving the club. It's a bit confusing.
I didn't read the article, but is the club actually entertaining letting him go, or is it just him saying he's kind of frustrated for playing time?
Yeah, that's actually a good point. But
because
that's what I mean. I know we found a good partnership, but I'm like, why is Josko coming into League Cup games? Like, don't even bring him. Just don't.
But that's what I'm saying. You also have Huzanov because I know in Champions League they can play Stones and Diaz to give Josko a rest. Have they done that before, or was it Ake that came in to give him a rest? But I think they'll find different ways to give him a rest.
I would not play Josko against Leeds. I would even consider not playing him against Leverkusen. Because we have a miracle of John Stones being injured. Why don't we use him while he's healthy? Because when we need him to be playing, that's when he gets injured. So he's healthy now. So why not take advantage of that?
I can see for UCL, but the league where we are right now in the title race, I don't know if you want to be changing your partnership in the league.
I think you can do it for Leeds at home, though.
Sure.
It's like, hey, it's one game, but hey, it's one game. Let's do it, man. Let's just do it. Definitely not for Newcastle. Like, no.
Oh, yeah.
People are saying play Rodri in the Newcastle game. I'm like, no, that is not the game to bring Rodri back into the team. Maybe off the bench.
I'm starting to think you're right there. I wouldn't bring him in either.
Yeah, it sounds good to counter what they're doing, but in their size and physicality. But if he's not 100% ready to go, then leave him. Don't risk him.
Yeah, I really want to see Nico G and Rodri together, but that's not the game to test it out in. Like, if all goes to plan, start Rodri in the Leeds game and give him 90 minutes to get his fitness up. A phrase I never thought I'd be saying about Rodri, but give Nico G the rest. Maybe that's the game to try playing the two of them together. I'm not sure, but at some point I want to see it. But I don't. Yeah, like you were saying, the fixtures right now. I don't think we can be experimenting at this time because there's a lot of tricky ones coming up.
I know we're going to talk about the Newcastle game at some point here in a minute, but I think I wanted to see the two of them, that combination, because I was a little nervous about the match, and for whatever reason, I don't feel as nervous today as I did, say, 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago. I just don't. And, maybe that's me just being overly confident or whatever, but I'm not really concerned about this Newcastle team at the moment. And I know they have a lot of people out, or at least potentially out too as well. So that might feed into it as well. But
remember we rolled into Newcastle at St. James last season. It was the game after Rodri got injured. It was Rico Lewis, Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva as our midfield, and against Joe Linton and Tonali and Bruno G, and we got a draw, and we probably should have won the game. So maybe they're a tad overrated, their midfield. I don't know. I also heard Joe Linton's injured, so he might not even play. So
No,
that's
I've
one
always
less body
said
to worry about.
I don't think you need Rodri and Nico G together unless you're away at a tricky team like Madrid or somewhere.
Yeah,
I don't think you need both.
We'll see if he chooses to do that in about a month's time because we do.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think you go in, and at the end of the day, when Rodri's fully fit and raring to go, Rodri's your number one in there.
Yeah. But Danny, which side has Hayes been at Girona? Has he been just on the right, or has he done both?
Typically on the right, yeah.
On the right because they got Daily Blind.
Yeah, Daily Blind who's been left back, left center back.
So that's what I'm saying. It's going to be interesting how they do with Husnov and Hayes since they both usually play on the right. But I saw was Husnov playing in a back three for his.
He was on the left side for when he got picked up that
Right, he was on the left, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, for that
red card because he had to come over to
cover. Little bit of thing on the last part of the injury news. Again, something we broke here the other night after dark. The interest in Rodrigo is still there. Hasn't gone.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm actually with Danny on
then
this.
Then we would lose Marmouche because you can't have all
No, that's where I think Oscar Bob is then. I think this is where the Oscar Bob conundrum comes in.
But how does that impact Oscar Bob more than because he wants to play on the left, right? We've all heard but that's the thing with Rodrigo. Rodrigo won't dictate where he plays at Manchester City. Pep Guardiola won't let any player dictate what goes on there. You just see what he's done with Foden and Mamouche to, Doku even. They go where Pep tells them to go. I don't think Pep's the wrong manager to play that game with.
No.
Yeah.
He would know that before he signed for us. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm with Danny, though. I'm with Danny.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I don't want it. Not for the money, not for the wages, and not for the output he's brought for the last 6-7 months.
So you mentioned at the very beginning there was this discussion about, or at least a mention of Semenyo and him playing, or at least being interest, even if there's nothing concrete. But
yeah, they definitely want another wide man. Yeah.
So if I'm gonna go get a wide, I'd probably go get him over Rodrigo. Now, I've been told that he can play on both sides, and I don't know that. But again, mostly when I've seen him, he's been on the left. So again, that doesn't make the most sense to me because I've got a left winger that is playing out of this world at the moment. I don't want to do anything to upset that. But for 65, that's not a bad number.
Also,
I'm not like, oh, we have to go get him. But for that number, it's like, you might as well. Especially if you're thinking about going to get a winger anyway.
Is anybody wanting Rodrigo? Is anyone in the Rodrigo camp?
Depends on who the other options are.
Would you take Semenyo over Rodrigo or vice versa?
I'd probably take Semenyo because he's prime proven and he's actually scoring goals.
I was going to say.
He's actually scoring goals too because Rodrigo's not scoring goals right now.
Who would you take, Ed?
I mean, I would take Semenyo, but I think Semenyo has, I know people might not want to hear this, but I think he has Liverpool written all over him.
I think he probably does as well.
Yeah,
be careful with that, Andrew, because
I think he's got
on the list.
I think he's got Arsenal over.
He is of interest, Andrew.
Arsenal?
Yeah. Arsenal have a gaping hole at left wing of just complete mediocrity. They just throw him in there and that kicks him up a level.
What about when Odegaard comes back and then where's Eze going to play?
That's actually a good point. But
because Odegaard's supposed to be back like...
Hang on, by the way, you might as well chuck your Elise thing then out your window.
Yeah, I was going to say, my first choice of a winger is Elise.
Elise was every winger in the world.
So wait, you're just saying get rid of Elise because we're not going to get him, or why did you say that?
No, because if you're going to get a Rodrigo or a Semenyo...
Oh, yeah. I think everybody on here would say we'd rather have Elise. Well, maybe not everybody. I don't want to speak for anybody, but you should say that.
You're telling me to throw Elise out the window. He wasn't even in my apartment or my apartment building at all. It's just totally...
Oh, no, because that's...
Sure he wasn't, Danny. Sure he wasn't, Danny.
Yeah, there was
it wasn't mine.
Yeah, there was a big push to go and get Elise, wasn't there?
I think he's a Bayern lifer.
Hey, Crunk is in this.
Yo, what's up, Crunk?
Holla at your boy. What's up, Crunk?
Big up, Luke.
Oh, Crunk, check your WhatsApp. I messaged you a couple days ago and you never responded. Might as well just say it now.
Big up, mate. I don't know. It's I said this the other day, didn't we? The problem with transfers are coming in. You need to get people out. We've still got a 26-man squad. So right now we are full.
Yeah.
Someone mentioned it earlier. We've even got Kushinoff sat at home at the minute.
Yeah, that to me is shocking. I am very surprised by that. But we usually have a lot more injuries this time of year. We just magically don't. So it's just, I hate seeing it when Bob and Kushinoff miss out because of the, you know what I mean? Like they got to find a solution to that. Like somebody else has to sit out, you know, maybe make Rico sit out one of those games instead. I don't know.
Make Rico sit out of a game because of who? Sorry.
Because there's just well, instead of Oscar Bob or Kusanov not being in the squad, because like the 20-man squad, somebody's with no injuries right now. You know,
I think
Kusanov and Bob who always have to miss out. Like
Kusanov will be fine. I just think he's a young lad. He's not played loads. I think they're just taking the time with him. I think he'll be fine. I don't have any worries.
It'll be an issue next year though, because next year we'll lose a lot of bodies, and that'll clear up room.
Yeah, I've always said with Kushinoff, for me, it's a patience thing. And I've always believed that. And I think Kushinoff will be more than fine. I think, I understand the concern, but while Stones and Ake are still there, they are going to be ahead of him in the pecking order. And some of it just on the CV and what they've done at the football club, they're going to be ahead of him. Yeah. You can't just stick a John Stones in the stand and say, see you later. Yeah. It is the way it is. I think that's all the news on the Jack Gordon stuff anyway. Just mentioned about Pep, and he avoided that question because, as he said, he got into trouble the last time he tried that one. And I don't think he wants to get into trouble again.
Which question was this?
About Pep Guardiola's extension. He went the last time we talked about it. Him and Pep weren't speaking for a little bit when he went, because remember he announced he was leaving on the bus parade day, and that didn't go down very well.
Yeah.
And he said, I kind of got made to look stupid in that one. So
swing and a miss.
Yeah. It was a swing and a complete and utter miss. Never mind a swing and a miss. He was way off the park.
Or
a slider in the opposite-handed batter's ball.
I don't think Pep's ever allowed him to forget.
Have we considered that maybe Jack Gone, by putting that out there, he kind of forced Pep's hand because Pep had to prove him wrong? So maybe he should put it out there again for Pep to be like, oh, here we go again. Yeah. Now I got to extend another 2 years. I'm just saying.
See, I will be honest just on this. This is a concern with Kushinoff.
That's the thing he's got to get out of his game. That is the thing.
If you actually watched the clip, he got hung out to dry by a terrible back pass.
Yeah, it was a horrible pass. Yeah.
I agree. No, I'm not saying we don't agree, but you do that in the Premier League, you're going to get done.
Yeah, but our centre backs are not going to underhit the back pass. We have
no, because I said this the other day, Danny. Do you remember when which Bournemouth player it was when Nunes did that last ditch tackle in the box? And maybe it was just the people around us. We all turned and we all went, good job that wasn't Kushinoff, because that would have been a penalty and a red. Well, it would probably been a red or a penalty, but because you can't get double jeopardy. But I honestly, there is that concern of he's a little rash sometimes. Which, by the way, I don't want to take out of him. I want to nurture it. I want to nurture it rather than take it out of him.
I suppose your overall point is correct. I just wouldn't really use this specific instance as evidence because it wasn't really his fault.
Yeah, and he hasn't done that for us this season,
yeah.
Has he?
Pardon? Yeah, Brighton away.
He hasn't done it this season when he's played.
Yeah,
for
Brighton
us.
Away. Gave the free kick away, which led to the penalty.
Oh.
When he snapped the Brighton player in half in the corner.
Yeah, sure.
I remember that one. You like this? You are all. If that had been Nunes or someone else, you'd all going, what an idiot. What's he doing?
When it was Nico G with his foot above too high, it was a problem because he should have let the ball drop in the box.
No, when it was Nico G doing it, it was the ref's fault. That's the difference.
Savio's
never
nowhere.
a penalty.
You need to get used to that.
Oh yeah, I remember the never a penalty meltdown. Jeez.
It is what it is. You know,
Vader, how you doing, man?
I'm not bad. I had to get off camera briefly because I had to deal with a little something, but this international break needed to end yesterday. It needs to end yesterday, and I like that.
Oh, I forgot.
Well,
are you Jamaican?
Well, it did end yesterday.
Yes, I do have Jamaican lineage, and it was not on the same day. So Canada did well, but Jamaica did not. And I guess mathematically it's not over. But
Yeah, you
still
still
a chance.
You got to play off. You haven't got a manager anymore.
Yeah, I saw the manager resign.
That might be a good thing, actually.
Vader, we've seen how many teams have qualified for the first time since 1998. Jamaica.
Hang on. No, damn it. I've just realised something.
What?
You are not propping up Canada for the first 10 minutes like you were doing, and now you jumped in the Jamaica camp.
No, I'm just saying that a lot.
He's got a foot in each country, this guy.
I'm saying a lot of teams have qualified for the first time since 1998, and Jamaica were last in it in 1998. So,
yeah,
just
destiny.
Sound it out for yourself.
Jamaica.
I would really.
Fortunately, Batistuta's retired, so he's not going to score another hat trick against Jamaica. But.
I watched Jamaica live at Main Road against Manchester City.
Oh, really?
In a very dour 0-0 draw.
We actually turned TJ's watch along from the USA watch along into the Jamaica one because the USA game was so boring.
Yeah, exactly, Andrew. That's spot on. He's a kid and he's got a great future. Spot on. Savio is 20 years old. People need to relax on him. Yeah, exactly. This is what I mean. It's weird how the people have different things. Because, you know, he's only 20. Bob is a young lad. Savinio, get the F out my club. It's just so, and no one understands the hypocrisy behind it.
Well, the Savinio talk, unfortunately, is because of the agent doing his job with regards to seeing what kind of interest, and because it went pretty late in the transfer window with him possibly going to Spurs, we got some City fans that are like, "Oh, you were considering leaving us? All right, I'm breaking up with you before you break up with me," and that's why everyone's hating on him now. But I think it's unfair too. He's got a lot of potential.
If it ever came out, players talking with other agents and managers, you'd never like another player ever.
That's what I'm saying. But it
goes on far more than people ever realize it does.
And you know what? An agent does not earn his salary if he's not asking who's interested in my client. So, and at the end of the day, the club's going to do what's best for the club, and the player's got to do what's best for the player, and we find a happy medium. But yeah, I think there's a lot of resentment for Savinio because of the possible summer move.
Yeah, it's because of the Rodrigo stuff. If we'd never been linked with Rodrigo, nobody is doing the Savinio hate.
I don't know if we're doing the what I like, what I don't like, but I'm at the point where I don't think Rodrigo's mentality is good enough for us. I don't think that he shows enough. I don't know what the politics are over at Real Madrid, but for what I've seen over the years, for him, quote unquote, being okay, being content with the, you know what, I'm not going to outshine a Vinny, I'm not going to outshine a Mbappe, I'm not putting up a stink to like demand some playing time. I'm happy to just be another guy at Real Madrid. I don't know if I want him. I don't know if I want him here. Like, we've had players that need to understand that they're going to be on a rotation. Pep's going to play you on a merit basis, but we also know that these players are like, I'm going to show you on why I deserve to be on that pitch. I don't think I've seen Rodrigo show that enough.
Hang on, Martin. So 24-year-old Rodrigo's been written off. No, there's a total difference between Savinio and Rodrigo. One is on 75k a week and was 20 million euros. Rodrigo will want $250,000 a week and will cost nearly 100 million. And they have the exact
not
same
worth the
stats.
money.
And they have the exact same stats this season. And Rodrigo's 4 years older and at Real Madrid.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can't compare the two, Predator. What you're doing is you're comparing names.
If you're gonna spend 100 million, spend it on Elise, not on Rodrigo.
Savinio and Rodrigo have the exact same stats. this season. Let's stop it.
Wow.
Ooh, that's gonna feed some
Stop it
agendas. I
now.
love it. I love it.
Did Rodrigo even get called up for Brazil? Because I don't recall him getting
It's
called
the
up.
name Rodrigo. This is the Danny. This is it's not even people are watching him. It's the name.
I
It's Rodrigo. I want him. Exactly. It's 4 times his salary was 75 grand a week. That shows you what he was on at the beginning. He was on peanuts. Jesus. Dare anyone earn a little bit of money at Manchester City? 75k a week. Jesus. My God. Anyway, so Rodrigo has 38 GNA in the UCL. So we're just doing his whole career then.
What does he have in the La Liga? What are his La Liga stats, Predator?
You know what? I would just like to congratulate everyone in this chat right now. You have the same amount of La Liga goals and assists that Rodrigo does this season. Congratulations.
No, but he has 38 GNA in the UCL.
This year? No. Wow, better than Holland. Get this guy
But that's the thing, Predator. He has only dunked on us. He's dunked on us and 2 other teams. If you look at his goals in the Champions League, there tends to be against the same teams. And then he doesn't turn. I said this today. I don't want a clutch player. I want someone who does it all year.
Consistent player. Exactly.
Not someone who does it one in 10.
Yeah.
The only time you need a clutch
Especially
player is like if they're
100
mercenary trophy hunting towards the end
He's
of their
not
career.
a big game knockout. He's not. Stop it. He's really not.
Like if
You're buying
Rodrigo was
the
like 30
name.
years old, I'd be like, yeah, bring him in for like a low price or whatever. But not at age 20.
Yeah, for 100 million,
Yeah.
you might as well get somebody else. Yeah.
Yeah, don't.
Jose.
Nah.
He's not.
Especially
People think he's not the same as Savino, and Savino was 20 million quid, not 100. What are we doing here?
was there the convo of our captain possibly leaving in the summer?
Which captain?
Bernardo.
Bernardo.
Yes, he's likely to be gone.
Okay, so yeah, I don't want to waste. I'm saying waste. I don't want to waste 100 million on a Rodrigo when I'm gonna need the likes of who's next with Bernardo leaving us.
Yeah.
And I think the report
Especially because
said
he's going to go
too-
for free.
Yeah, I think the report
Yeah, we
said
gotta
with
stop
Bernardo
doing that, man.
that they don't want to get a midfielder that's playing 60 to 70% of the time. They want somebody who can come in for certain game like situations. So maybe they're looking at a more older midfielder to replace him, but they're not looking for somebody that plays a lot.
So Ed, who would that be to you then?
Morgan
Guys,
The Elliot Anderson bandwagon. I know he is.
Morgan Gibbs.
But not if you're saying somebody that's older.
Exactly.
Elliot Anderson's not going to
Guys,
fit
not
that.
older than that. I know Martin will probably shut this down immediately.
Yeah, we know where you're going to go. Go ahead and say it.
Let's go on.
Paqueta.
Paqueta?
Revisiting.
Actually,
that.
that's not where I thought you were going to go.
That
Paqueta-
wasn't exactly where I
Wow.
thought he was going to go, actually.
I
didn't
know
think he
who
was
we need
gonna
to
go down
sign.
that road.
You know who we need to sign to replace Bernardo Silva? Clearly, it has to be Pedri. Has to be.
All right, Spartacus.
I was going to say
Shout out
Spartacus.
Spartacus.
Spartacus would absolutely. He said that last night on my stream. Yeah.
That's literally why I brought it up because
Yeah.
I don't even know if he's
Wow.
listening right now, but that was my Spartacus contribution to the channel
Yeah.
or to the stream.
No,
Fabian Ruiz is a nice shot too. Fabian Ruiz would be a nice shot. Yeah.
Ooh, I haven't heard that one before. That's a decent one actually. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit on the older side, but
but if that's what Ed is saying that the
Got
club is
like
going
veteran
for.
presence. Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe.
Who am I getting now?
Now you got your
Come on,
FIFA
man.
controller.
Come
Got your
again.
FIFA controller.
Come again, All right, so we're going for
Well, I'm
Pedro.
just saying, Mark,
Anyone
Mark, I'm
fancy
just
anyone else?
This guy's a
they
joker.
want somebody playing 67%. Either that's a older player or that's a really young player. That's what I'm getting from that, right? You want a young player or older player?
That was verbatim.
Well, we already have the young player. It's just a matter of developing him.
Well,
Because I have.
We already have Nightpan, but will he get the opportunity? I don't know.
Does anyone want to answer Hamza, fan of Hamza's question?
Is that even a question? Doesn't even look like a question.
Well, I think it's a
One
statement.
Prem goal in 15
I think what he's
months.
after, Danny, is a gotcha moment. Gotcha moment on Savinio. That's what he's after.
Explain. What do we? The only explanation is he has one Premier League game and goal in 15.
Yeah, you kind of explained it already.
You sound like my number 3 professor. Stop it. I just left class a couple hours ago.
I love this. I love that out of you, Danny. Just stop.
No, I know. I took an exam today, and every question was, "What's your answer?" Now explain why. Like, come on.
Oh no, this is the worst.
No, but it went well. So
again, I think it's fair to say, in speaking of Savio, that he is not a great finisher at the moment. Maybe he can get better at it, but I don't think anyone is going to sit here and say, "Oh, he's necessarily in a position where he's going to go score a bunch of goals." But I think what he is offering, and he's gotten, assists, all of those things. So he is contributing, and it's not like he's not. Even if you're talking about G&A, he's contributing G&A, and I think it's unfair to just only point out the fact that, oh, he's only got this many goals or that many goals or whatever. I think that's an unfair argument to have. And again, he's not playing to the same extent that he was last season. So again, I think every player, especially young players, are going to have ups, they're going to have downs. And I think we as a fan base have to allow them to navigate their career, navigate those ups and downs until they hit that consistency that comes with age and maturity and experience.
Oh no, Crunk. You had to say that, Crunk. Why'd you?
I mean, to a certain extent, that is fair.
Explain yourself.
I actually hate this shot.
Explain Crunk, Turi.
So I'll definitely explain it, because I think at the end of the day, we've all said that Rico Lewis is not a right back. He's a midfielder. Does he have the same grit that Bernardo has at the moment? No. But I think that, on the ball in tight spaces, I think he has that. Can I see Rico Lewis playing as a 6 like we've seen Bernardo playing in a double pivot? No. But I think if you think about just him growing into the role, again, we talk about a kid that's literally just 20 years old. I think he can grow into that over time. But I think we all would agree. I keep saying that. I don't know that I don't speak for you guys, but he's a midfielder. He's a midfielder. So yeah, I would agree that I don't know that he's necessarily the replacement for next season, but he's a midfielder.
Have we not learned from the Doku situation and the Nico G situation?
Which is what
is this?
You got to give these players time.
Well, I
my only thing about this shot is because we're talking about a physical level going up in the Prem, and people want. For me, I wouldn't feel good with a Nico G, Rico Lewis, Foden midfield.
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Also, that's way too much work for Nico G.
So then I need to drop Foden in that mix to get him in to play like a Rodri, Nico G, Foden.
This is where with Darshed, though, you are not going to get, and that's the other thing that's come out tonight from Jack Gordon. They know there is no Bernardo Silva like for like on the market. You are not. We've got. You look at Pep Guardiola has shown, right? We've not got a direct KDB replacement. Yeah. So I talked about this earlier on Footy Judge Mo, and you'll know what I mean, Danny, on this. We're not actually playing with a 10 anymore. We're playing with more 2-8s, and the wingers becoming the 10.
Yeah, I was going to say we don't have a right winger anymore.
Yeah,
so
we're not playing with a 10 anymore.
Yeah.
There are none.
So that's what I'm saying. If there's no direct replacement, you just tweak the system around to, bring it into different. We've stopped. We keep doing this year upon year. When he goes, get him. When he goes, get him. And it's direct. You're not going to get direct for direct.
It's not that easy either.
I'm asking for a physical player. That's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for a physical player.
You're not going to get a Bernardo Silva replacement. I had this debate earlier on Judge Mo because they were like, "But who's your number 10?" So we haven't really got one. I said, Doku's the one who's being the 10 at the minute because he's inverting and pushing forward, and that's why his dribbling's a lot better now because he's going through the centre. been a lot more direct.
Absolutely.
And I think the other thing to think about with Bernardo, and again, I know who Bernardo is today, right? But when we first went and got Bernardo, he played out on the right wing for us. Again, it took time for him to kind of move back in especially into like that double pivot over the last couple years, couple seasons. But again, that wasn't who he was when we first brought him in, when he was a young player, and he was never as young as Rico Lewis is today. We just have to give that player time to continue to mature and develop. And I just think that, again, it's hard to say he's going to hit the heights that Bernardo has hit, because Bernardo is a special player. But again, I think that as far as a midfielder, probably more of an 8, not a 6. I think I do believe that Rico Lewis that's where he's going to end up. Now, whether he actually,
a lot of 8s, then
I mean, yeah, and then again, he may not ever make it here. That's fair, but again, I don't know that. I mean, again, you could bring in, like you mentioned, Naipan, right? Naipan seems to be like a really good kid, whatever, right? I don't know that. Maybe Naipan comes in and then just immediately steps into that position and pushes Rico out of the way. I don't know that that's the case, though.
I have heard Naipan can play at 6, though, so that could be something in his favor.
But
and I think the club is being deliberate with him by sending him to Middlesbrough, because I think they're trying to make him homegrown.
I don't know that.
And I think there's a reason for that, because, we have a homegrown issue. So I think they're really, like, the fact that they could get him on that path of being homegrown, I think bodes very well for his future.
Just quickly do these quickly. Keely, thank you for becoming a YouTube member, mate. Appreciate that. Your continued support. You are entered into the November giveaway. Big up, Keely. And Bells, thank you, mate. Member for 6 months. Appreciate that, mate. Thank you so much for your continued support as well. It does mean a lot. Right. Let's move on to what we were going to discuss tonight. Premier League's back.
Yay.
Come on.
Till March. So this is it now. I mean, we're going to talk this tomorrow night more of this is where the rubber meets the road now. This is where, for me, the season begins. This is the proper season goer. Tariq, you are talking about it. Newcastle, St. James's Park. City have a fairly decent record up there. Believe it or not. We've lost 1 in the last 10, I believe. When I looked earlier on. I think it was 1 in the last 10, and that was a League Cup.
18-19.
Yeah. In the last 10 games, yeah. I think the defeat was the League Cup one.
Yeah. The Calvin Phillips game.
Yeah,
so how are you feeling, Tariq?
Like I said, if you would have asked me this question maybe 3 weeks ago, I probably would have been a little nervous. But I've seen what our team has done recently, and it takes a lot of that fear away. Plus, again, I know we don't celebrate, people being out and all that kind of stuff, but Dan Burn is suspended. Livramento is out. Anthony Gordon is doubtful. Visa is out till late November. Again, they have a lot of people that are missing. And if I looked at this yesterday, it said that Joel Linton is doubtful. Tonali is doubtful. Now, again, that's probably a little bit of hang back from international break so you can get healthy and all that kind of stuff. So maybe they weren't really out, but I don't know that they're in a great way right now, and I think this is actually probably a good time for us to play them. Now, maybe this ends up being famous last words, but I don't think that. I think we beat them by multiple goals.
This is a bad team. I've watched a lot of Newcastle this season, and before you come at me, it's because Martin knows who Strasbourg Steve is. We do a lot of watch-alongs. I join a lot of his Newcastle watch-alongs, and they are not a good team. They've dropped some bad points. Like, they dropped points to Villa. They dropped points to Leeds. Like, they don't have a lot of firepower. If we can control Voltemata, we should be fine.
That is the part that, if you ask me what concerns me, is set pieces with the dude that is 6'6" in the box, and who are we going to put on him? As much as, and I said this yesterday on my stream, right? As much as I want to give credit to Diaz, who for having a better season this season than maybe I've given him credit for in the past, I don't want to see him trying to defend Voltemata in the box. I don't want to see that. They got to figure that out because set pieces is our kind of kryptonite, and we got to be better. So
I don't know where that's come from. City generally scored first at St James's Park.
City have fallen behind.
He's probably thinking, the 3-3 where we started out 1-0 and then we fell behind.
That's what I mean. Right. I mean, you go through the last. I mean, some of them are at home as well, but you go through the last 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 games. In the 16 games in the 15 games since we last lost in the league at St James's Park, that was the last time we lost against Newcastle in the league.
15 games. Wow. Oh yeah, 18.
Yeah.
So
18-19. We drew 2 each. Then we beat them 2-0 in the FA Cup. 4-3 win up at Newcastle. Then we got a 4-0 win up at Newcastle, 3 each. Then we got we lost in the League Cup, won there 3-2, and then we drew there 1 each last season. So this is where I was a bit, when it was our record at St James's Park, I don't know where that's come from. It's a bit like this Crystal Palace thing. We always lose to Crystal Palace. No, we don't.
Well, we've drawn a bunch to Newcastle away. That's the thing.
Yeah, we draw there.
I think even the season before Pep.
We drawn twice.
Fair play. I think what I'm thinking is we don't go down there and blow them away. I think we're going to go down there and blow them away. I disagree with that. I think they're a totally different beast at home and away this season. They look a bit soft away from home, but once it gets back to their place and that raucous atmosphere, prime time, first game after the international break, I think it's a totally different prospect. You never know what kind of City you'll get after an international break. Maybe we'll come back a bit discombobulated. Maybe Newcastle will have figured some things out. I think a couple of their players meant to come back. So I'm expecting a difficult game. I think we'll just about scrape out a win, but I don't think it's as cut and dry as the table wants you to think.
Well, I'll give you this for a start. Now, again, I'm going to do the league. When do you think they beat us in the league since 2019? When do you think the last time they beat us was?
What, in the league? They haven't since 2019.
Yeah, 2005.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So can we kill this? They
were in the championship a few years.
Yeah, can we struggle all that?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know where all that's come from that we struggle.
No, but this is a different Newcastle. You're talking about Alan Shearer and Steve McLaren. This is a different sort of Newcastle team. But
yeah, no,
I'm telling you, they're not a good team right now. They're not a good team. I've watched a lot of their games. Like even their midfield's getting run through a little bit. Like you would not think that it would. No,
Ed, Danny, that was because 2004. Then we played in 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah.
But that was Newcastle before the takeover when they were down at the bottom of the league. So it's kind of different now. I don't think you're going to go there and roll them over.
I'm going to be honest. I respect him, but I'm not. Maybe it's me. I'm not as intimidating about him as what people are saying.
Doku versus Kieran Trippier. That's what you got to see. He's going to eat that man alive.
Because
the form Erling Haaland's in right now, the form Nico G's in right now, I ain't scared of them at all.
Yeah, their center backs are not good right now. Fabian Schär is aging; he's not very good anymore. And then Botman has a lot of injury problems. They're not going to be able to continue.
Malik Chow's been very good for them at center back.
Yeah.
I also think they've changed their style. Funnily enough, because I've been listening to a lot of Newcastle, obviously with Baz and everything else, and I was talking to him. And even he said they've actually gone to what we were. They've gone to trying to be more a possession-based team. Which actually, and I said, actually suits us in our situation. I said, if you go there and do that.
Yeah.
But that's what that was what someone said, by the way, that the Bolton Harder thing is sort of, as much as a good signing, a good player, it has sort of messed with the tactics of Eddie Howe.
Yeah,
sure.
He's their only threat, though. I don't know.
Oh, no,
they're
it's
a big
team.
I'm they're just physically, they're huge.
I don't know.
Like I said, we went in there last year against that same midfield with like our shortest lineup possible of Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, and Rico Lewis, and we got a draw. We did well against them, and that was with like the tiny guys out there.
Yes.
Yeah,
I was running.
I think
Bernardo did that back flick.
I'm just a bit more wary than I guess you guys are. But
we had Kyle Walker back then, Danny. We're not going up there with Kyle Walker.
I get that, but it's a very difficult place to go. Arsenal, Barcelona, Liverpool all struggled there. So again, I don't think it's
Arsenal won. Arsenal hadn't had a shot on.
They scored
like a shot on target.
They were 1-0 down. They were 1-0 down with 5 minutes to go. It's not like they totally outplayed them. It's going to be.
I know, but I think you're doing the worry factor a little bit, and I get it.
No, it's not worry. It's realistic. I just can't say
the 14th for a reason, mate.
Yeah, I get it, because I was that same position. Like I said, if you would have asked me 2-3 weeks ago, I probably would have been the same way. Like, I don't know. I just have a different confidence, and I can't even.
Their home form and their away form are just totally two different animals. They're actually a good side.
I think we'll win, but it'll be a tough game. Like I don't think it'll be a walk in the park, but I do think we'll win.
I agree with that, but I'll put it in a different way. If you want to win the title, you shouldn't be scared of going.
No,
absolutely.
I agree. But again, it's early in the season. We're still sort of figuring ourselves out, so we'll have to see if we can get the win.
I think that's where
we're in much better form than they are.
I think I'm past the weary bit, and I'm in the we're off at the minute. 6 wins out of 7, and I actually think we're playing great football, and I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying the way we're playing, and we're settled. Funnily enough, which brings me to my next point. Do we look a little bit better? And by the way, I'm going to kill. Someone's going to say to me, I'm an agenda. I don't. It's just an observation. Right
AKA
now.
agenda.
No, it's not. Don't do that. See, this is why you can't really.
I don't even know what you're going to say yet. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Well, I know, but do we look a bit more fluent without Tajani Randers in the midfield?
Agenda.
That's an agenda.
To anyone knew you were going to. I didn't say shit and his crap. I shouldn't have bought him. I'm not saying that. I'm asking on the observation we've got.
Depends on the game.
Yeah,
depends on the game. Like I think,
we look better. He looks better in the Champions League right now than he does in the Premier League.
That's what I mean. Everyone's gonna go agenda. You hate him.
Yeah.
No. I mean, our best 11 right now does not include him. But our best 11.
That's my point.
But the thing is, our best 11 in the Centurion season did not include Bernardo Silva. Does that mean Bernardo Silva's crap? No, that means give him time.
Exactly. Spot on.
To the league. So
I think it's just working right now with Nico G and Bernardo together, and then Foden, and then Turkey coming in. Like that's just working right now. And
but
I'm sorry, Tajani's not a part of it, but those 4 are working. So keep writing.
But Bernardo can't play every match, right? So he's gonna Tajani Randers is gonna get his minutes. He's gonna get his time. But like again, we've had a break. Did Bernardo play for Portugal this break?
Yes, I believe so.
So he may not even be physically in a position to go. I don't know. So I don't have any concern. I don't have any concern about. Well, actually, I do have a little bit of concern about going with Tajani Randers because again, I need somebody that's going to be able to win duels in the midfield. I need that, and so I think having Bernardo is a better option for this match. But
I think that's why Nico G has such high duel numbers is because he has to clean up the mess Tajani's leaving him. And so until Tajani can improve on that, he then sit on the bench.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's still early in the season. So
Car legend. And by the way, I appreciate it. I agree with Sarah. Rinders will click, just needs time.
Absolutely. I agree.
I agree with that. Yeah. I think you might see him more like when he can play higher up the pitch, maybe against like a Leeds, maybe against like those teams that might sit back a little bit more so he can be up higher the pitch and you don't have to worry about those midfield battles as much.
Yeah.
And don't play him in a 6 ever again.
No 6 ever again.
No.
That was a nightmare.
He's not a 6, Pep. Stop that right now. That experiment.
I would have rather have seen John Stones play a solo 6.
I was hoping he'd learned after the Club World Cup that Tajani Randers won a 6, but he had to give it a quick go in the Premier League just to double check that he wasn't, and no, he's not. You've now seen it on 2 occasions.
Too. I was like, what are you doing?
Yeah, the 2 games that he was the worst in was when he played as a CDM. Like, Jesus.
No, I agree.
Sorry, breaking news for anyone in the chat. I'm constructively criticizing Pep Guardiola. You know, before you all say that, I don't do that.
But no, my only concern against Newcastle. Oh, well, not my only concern, but my most major concern would be set pieces against Newcastle, just because I've seen us be a little weak at times in our set piece defending. So I think that's where maybe teams can get at us more than open play.
I agree with that. They're big.
Sure.
I don't know how the new center back is like 6'4", Botman is like 6'4", Schar's like 6'2". I think their whole midfield is like 6 foot. They're not small dudes, and then, of course that doesn't even include Voltamati, who's however you say his name.
That's what I was saying.
But we're saying set pieces though. That's the part that is a concern.
Set pieces are, yeah.
We did pretty well defending the kings of set pieces down at the Emirates. So
yeah, you're right. We did. I don't know that we keep pushing our luck though.
Well,
I know, but Liverpool, was this.
No. You need to pick very wisely who's marking who. I don't want Nunes marking Voltamata like he was marking.
No, it's going to be. We said it yesterday. They already told me yesterday it's going to be Doku marking him. That's who it's going to be.
No. Doku's job is to get pushed around by Donnarumma on the goal line.
You're right.
We all know why. That's because we do the zonal marking. We don't do that.
And that's what we had to get away from. Zone is for cowards, according to.
Oh no! Bloody hell! He wants to change the marking for the last 10 years now.
I'm just saying it puts us in bad positions. We have to make better choices. If we're gonna play a zone, if we're gonna play zonal marking, that's fine. But we cannot end up with.
Hang on, Gavardio's big, O'Reilly's big,
and you're right.
Right. So
Diaz is not that big. Diaz, I love him. He's had a great season, and I don't want to say anything negative, but he's not. That is not his ministry. He needs to be doing something else.
I gotta call you out here because he's won all his areas.
But do you want to see him? Hold on. He's been better. He's been better this season, and I can admit that, and I will agree to that completely. However, no matter how good he has been this season, I am not comfortable with him marking Voltamati. I'm just not.
No, I agree.
Who are you comfortable with marking then? Okay.
Well, quite honestly, it's probably going to have to be Holland.
It has to be. It has to be. And then you can distribue O'Reilly.
O'Reilly on
Tiao and Scotland and all them.
Everyone pile on Tariq with that Diaz agenda.
Hey, come on. I can take it. I got broad shoulders.
Bring it on. The Tijani
Danny, when did he change his name to Jacob? What's he doing?
Jacob.
When did
Jacob? Because of Diaz. Hey, well, you know what? If I'm gonna be honest, and I don't know if Crunk is still on, but if I'm gonna be honest, for several years I've been saying that Diaz is slightly, a little overrated. That doesn't mean he's bad. He's just overrated. So I will own that. And again, I will say that he is playing much better this season than I've seen him play in recent years. So hands up, appreciate that. But I'm still not 100% confident. And that's all I'm saying right there. Diaz is not good in the air.
Season. He's
been good this season. I need him to be good every season. But no, I like I said, I respect the fact that he's had a much better season this season. The numbers say that. So
everyone was crap last season, Tariq. We can't keep.
I know, and I've been scarred by it. I've been scarred by it.
Because it was like last season was not a phenomenon. It was like that's the way we've always been.
He's going to prove you wrong. His last
I hope so.
His last Premier League goal was 4 years ago at St James's Park. He's going to do it again.
Yeah.
Mark my words.
You don't believe that, Danny.
With his head, by the way.
Was that the Christmas one?
That was the
one where
I hope so. God, I hope so.
The 4-0 Cancelo scored.
Yeah.
Cancelo,
Yeah, I hope so.
Was
I hope
that the Fernand Torres bicycle kick?
No, that was the season before.
Diaz has been underrated.
With Scott Carson saving a penalty.
Yeah.
Who's more likely to make a penalty right now, Diaz or Holland?
I'd say
Holland's been kind of bad at his penalties lately.
I'd say Holland off penalties right now.
I think he's missed like his last 3 or 4 with club and country.
Yeah, I don't care.
Also,
Even if he's
Marmouche
missed
was
them, I still think
Marmouche missed
I
one,
don't care how many he's missed. You line Holland up, you put the ball down, and you let him take it.
The cat's doing.
You let him take it. It just is what it is. You miss some, but he's gonna make more than he misses. Put the ball down, get
Has
the ball to
anyone got a
Holland.
full line, full house? Maya Jammer's come up. Has anyone
I
got a
said
full
Maya
house?
Jam earlier, but I meant it.
Maya Jammer's up.
I wasn't ripping on Diaz.
What did Diaz do at Fulham away to make me have this agenda? I don't know.
Yeah,
I had to go back and see.
The last 2 times he's been there.
I think he's talking because that was the game you were at. And he's like,
oh, that is fair. That was the game I was at. You're right.
Yeah.
That was the game I was at. Yeah.
He didn't
You're
sign
right.
her, did he? Mm.
Look,
I didn't even catch
there
that.
with the old memory, like I've got a good memory.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that. Good shout.
Mate, keep Holland on the penalties because we had a penalty crisis like 4 or 5 years ago. And
Yeah, I would
Still
agree.
kind of do.
I would
Oh
agree.
no, it was much worse back then. We had
No, I
Gundogan
think this
missing
was going
penalties,
to cover
Sterling
with
missing
this.
penalties.
Mahrez is missing him too.
The thing
Oh,
with zonal
great.
marking, this is
How
about
about this? How about
judging
Phil
your run,
Foden takes a penalty? He's never taken
judging
one
your
before.
jumps, judging where the man's going to make the run from, and being prepared. Because the one thing I don't like about the zonal marking is our players tend to react instead of be proactive on it. We react to the run rather than anticipate the run. That's the bit I'm a bit unsure on the zonal. So I think Chunky's spot on here because that worries me. That does worry me big style. And that's the bit I don't like. And the other thing is you are quite right because how many times have we seen Rico Lewis marking a 6'2" guy?
Silly.
And you're like, what you doing? He's not out jumping it.
It's the same as like in the course of normal play, Pep is gonna try to overload the midfield. He's gonna try to find advantages. It's the same thing that happens in zonal marking. Like, okay, if this is how they're gonna mark us, we're gonna do X, Y, and Z, and we're gonna get the advantage, or we're gonna get these matchups that we like. This is what happens.
Mm-hmm.
They're setting picks off the ball, all these things that are happening to try to free up space. Yeah, that's what's happening. It's basketball terms.
NBA, yeah.
So if you watch Arsenal, that's what they're doing all the time, and it's freeing up. It's freeing up Gabrielle all the time.
Yeah. There was this famous one a couple of years ago where Vicario came out and said Gabrielle or Ben White was like undoing my gloves on the corner.
Yeah, see, that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
but hey, we'll play through it.
And they whine about the refs. Get away with that. I'm taking notes. I'm ready to unload on Arsenal fans tomorrow. I'm just gonna say that.
Wow.
When they start crying about Gabrielle being injured.
Kelso wants to fight.
I'm a big karma guy, so no comment. I hope he gets
They're gonna whine about Gabrielle after spending the past 8 weeks saying how they have the best squad in the world.
Oh, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not stooping down to their level. They can complain all they want. I'm not getting drawn into it.
Oh.
Danny being mature.
I know he's principled. He's a principled streamer.
That's a big step in.
I'm not getting rage baited anymore. I've gotten rage baited enough in the past year. It's not happening anymore.
Oh no, I had one the other day. Big up Pigal, by the way, but they've already come out with the Michael Oliver excuse.
I was gonna say
ready for the weekend, ready to roll.
I tell you,
the game is still 4 days away. They've already talking about it.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Not, just proves the excuses are ready.
It's Arsenal, Michael Oliver, it's Chelsea and Anthony Taylor, and it's Liverpool and Chris Kavanagh or something.
We've just dropped 25 viewers. YouTube is mad at the minute. It keeps doing it. Did it on Judge Mo earlier.
It's probably because I told the Arsenal fans I was going to call it their crying tomorrow.
No, it did it earlier. Judge Mo, it dropped by about 100 in one drop and then came back. YouTube's all out of whack at the minute. YouTube's become very weird at the minute. I don't know what it's doing. Very weird, but hey ho. Yeah.
I mean, it is past a lot of people's bedtimes in the UK.
No, it's the big jump down. That's what's happening in shows, the jumping in chunks at the minute. Where you see a drop of like 2, then a couple, but you don't just drop 30 in one lump. That's it keeps doing. Because by the way, there is a change. I don't know if someone have noticed. There is now a change on your mobile app for YouTube. They've changed all the layouts and everything, so please be careful. Some comments aren't now showing on the mobile app than what they are on another app. It's getting very weird. YouTube is having a moment at the minute. Don't know why. It must.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Google. It's always lovely when you change all these. Ed, because we've obviously been on Oil Brothers this week. And we got a sense a lot of Newcastle fans are really they're worrying like we're worrying about them. They're worrying about us.
Yeah, I think a lot of Newcastle fans are really anxious for this game just because of the position they are in the league. And, you know, if they get a couple more losses, then they're going to be up against some of those relegation teams too. So I think there's a lot of pressure on their end to have a performance and to perform well. And that's just going to make the fans more nervous. But
my bad. I apologize. I apologize to Ruben Diaz and all of the Ruben Diaz fans of the world. Please come back. Don't leave. I won't do it again. I won't do it again. I don't even know who she is. I really don't. I know she's his girlfriend, but some TV show, but I've never seen it. But
wait. Love Island. Whoa.
Love Island. Okay, there you go.
Exactly. I apologize, Curtis. I said you're not. There was someone said earlier on, if you blocked my comments, no. YouTube is now only showing certain comments from certain people now to each other. It's very weird. And I've just been onto the YouTube studio. You'll know where I mean, some of you. And it does, you know, when it says reported problems, and it does have the reported problems in there. So,
well, what I will say is I'm looking down at my iPad. It was saying we had 85 people watching. Now it says 98. So my apology worked. So again, I do apologize to all the Diaz fans. My bad. I apologize.
Hey, next time we're on LBs and I see you laughing silently while Jacob's getting roasted, I'm bringing you straight into it.
Hey, you know what?
Hey, I'm not. I will own my take. However, there's no need to throw myself to the wolves when Jacob's getting eaten. Let him get slaughtered. I don't need to.
You sit back like a silent assassin going, That's it, Jacob. Take another bullet. Have another bullet.
Hey,
I totally agree with you.
I stand firm with him when it comes to the Doku slander, though. I don't let the Doku slander come anywhere. So
you are shameless.
Apologies, Ed. I cut you off, man.
No, I was just saying that with Newcastle, I think that, you know, Eddie Howe and those guys, I think I won't say they're in a free all, but I think their eyes or the players' eyes or maybe on the UCL this season. And, you know, because we can all see when players turn up for big games and not turn up for the Prem games, right? And I think, you know, they got a lot of things to sort out over there. You know, they're having winger. We're talking about our wingers. They just spent big money on a winger, and he's not performing for them.
I was going to say, I completely forgot Alanga plays for them. Like,
yeah, so
locked up.
I wouldn't say plays for him, Danny. He's on the pitch.
He exists. Yes.
65 million quid, Jesus. And we've got the goal to have a go at Semenyo at 20 million quid. If we'd spent 65 on Alanga, then yes, I'm in your camp, guys. Let's have a feeding frenzy. But come on.
Oh, he'll score against us now that I've said that.
Now we've said that, he's bagging hat trick and 3 assists.
God, way to go.
But I like our odds against Newcastle. You know, I like the football that we're playing. I think it's really suited against a team like Newcastle, who likes to like press on you all the time, and we can just lump the ball up to Haaland to bring down at times too. So, you know, I like our odds against Newcastle.
American men don't watch Love Island.
No, we don't. We do not.
Oh,
no. The straight ones don't. I'll say that. The straight ones don't.
Whoa.
Hey,
we're all right. It's quite
big up the gays. Yes.
I love the gays. They're great.
Yeah.
Big up Jorge. You're not watching, but hey, big up Jorge.
You pride inclusivity. This is what you have to deal with. Sounds so mean. This is part of your motto, isn't it?
What do you mean deal with?
No, that was harsh. That was the wrong word. I'm very inclusive myself.
I'm big upping. What are you talking about?
This has turned political.
Oh my God.
Love is love, guys. Don't be afraid to be yourself.
Love is love.
We love the gays here. I do, at least. I don't know. I'm not speaking for
I'm
anyone
changing
else.
the title to big up the gays. Just
Yo, man, yo.
Anyway, I didn't know this has turned into an after dark. It wasn't even meant to be an after dark.
Sorry,
Anyway,
my bad.
This is why Vader's been off screen for 25 minutes. He's doing something for his family, and he's like just gone.
I'll just
But
say
I'm
big
not
up the
coming back
panel.
now.
He's got young kids. You got to take
There
care
goes
of.
another 25 viewers. So,
I don't know, man. You might.
It
gain them
wasn't me
back,
this
though.
time. Wasn't me.
by the way, I can tell we're all right because Alan would have responded from that chat. So I know Alan's no longer listening.
Alan would have brought up.
Oh,
something.
yeah.
Government's
For sure.
totally
Alan
fucked
would have
up.
doubled down on that. Right. Does anyone think I'm presuming, by the way, I'm not bothered what score it is. Does anyone think we will not win at Newcastle? Genuinely on Saturday?
I think we'll win, but I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't win.
Are you including this? Like, if you said if I think we're going to get a draw, I think we're going to
a
win.
draw's
But
fine.
yeah,
Because by the way, I will take a draw. I don't mind going.
I guess the
down.
question I would ask is, anybody think we will lose? Because I don't think we're going to lose.
Yeah, that's where I was at. Really, does anyone think we
Probably not. No.
Because I don't think a draw is a bad result. Because I think 6 points is still very achievable. Is not a disaster for me.
I think we have to win this game. Because if we put the pressure on Arsenal will crumble if we keep the pressure on them. So keep the pressure on by winning this game.
You're gonna hate me saying this, but like for me to take us seriously, I think we have to win this game. We cannot keep drawing every big game away from home or losing.
If we win at Newcastle, I genuinely think we're favourites for the title.
Yeah, I agree with you. But again,
At
if we draw against Newcastle, again, we're still not beating the good teams away from home.
Yeah, we got to do that.
It's a big game. It's a big game psychologically, in my opinion, and I can see it going either way. Not like either way a loss. But
Well, Super City's come in with his normal positivity.
Again, I'm not responding to the rage bit. I'm being
3-0. No, I'm
3-0?
thinking
No
Super
way.
City out now. He's one of these reverse psychology guys. So you keep calling a player crap, and that they'll have that. It's like when you're having a bet and you bet on the opposition to win. So you'd rather lose the money and take the win.
Are you sure that's
By
him,
the
though,
way,
Martin?
then
I don't know.
I called Paraguay shit over this international break, and they scored 10 seconds later.
I have a friend. I will not name them, but they did have a former YouTube channel, and they used to bet on the opposition for City to win. He used to lose a tenner to get the 3 points.
Hey, man. Big up
And then
that
if
guy.
you didn't get the
I mean,
points, he
personally,
ended
I
up with
don't have
enough
that
money
kind
to.
of money just to waste. Just go and chuck 10 quid down a grid line. I've
Person
done it
should
once.
start,
I will admit, I
super
did it
chatting you
once.
instead.
The only time I did it was in a derby a few years back.
Which one was this? Which derby?
The one where we won. Which one was
Was
it?
it the 6-3?
Yes.
Oh, really?
And I put a tenner on City and United to win. And it came up. Because derby days, I'm emotional wreck. I don't do derby days.
What is it?
It's the biggest game of the season. No doubt
People
about
don't need to be near me at derbies because I'm punching chairs. I'm screaming at people. I'm telling my kids to shut up in the car. I've got the music on full blast, Boys in Blue. All the City songs are on in the car. I'm screaming out the
I have
window.
a playlist.
I don't do derby days well. I really don't. I just don't. I'm sick in the morning. I just don't enjoy them. I hate them.
I can't sleep the night before.
Mm.
And I really hate it when they're 12:30 kickoffs because that's a very early
Yeah.
kickoff here on the West Coast. And I'm like, and then I can't
Do you
sleep
know
the
the
night
scary
before.
thing is,
Oh,
Kelstar?
awful.
I'm less nervous on a cup final day than I am on any derby day.
Fair.
Fair play.
Fair.
I go all like psycho on derby day. I have to listen to all the City songs on Spotify to get like going again and get myself ramped up. I become like a boxer going in before he's going in the ring. Well, I'm only in the stand.
So you got 50 Cent coming with you, and then you get your butt whooped.
See, no, you can't do this. No, you're not doing that. You're not doing that.
Yo, look how
No,
shameless
I know
this
how
guy
it's gonna
is.
I'm not listening to that fraud.
I'm going to be
Yo,
watching
look at this
I'm going to be
shameless
watching the fan
guy.
reactions, and we're going to go 2-0 up, and he's going to say, I can't believe I'm watching this game. Why do I even bother? That's how
It is
time I watch
funny.
the fan reactions.
It is funny watching the fan reaction channel and seeing
Oh yeah.
because there's so much hate for us. There's just like as soon as we like, oh, there they go, and then of course there's always the blaming the refs and this, that, and the other. It is so funny. So yes, I am excited to see. I think that what did he say? 4-1? That's ridiculous. I actually would have said 3-1. 4 feels a lot. 4 feels a lot.
City. I think 3-1 City.
It feels a lot.
But I'll take a 2-1. I don't or a 1-0. I don't really care. Sorry.
It wouldn't surprise me because the way we are playing at the minute and the way Haaland is in form, I said Nico J, and if we go in the form we had against Liverpool, we smash Newcastle. We just do.
We will absolutely
smash them.
I think Haaland is definitely going to score at least once.
I honestly believe right now. I think. Listen, there's still that PTSD around from last season. There is, and I can sense it in everyone.
Mate, I had PTSD from 1920 up until we beat Chelsea in 2021. It lasted.
I mean, they did give up 3 to Brentford. They lost to Brentford 3-1.
We misread what he said. I think we thought you said that Newcastle would win 4-1. Who saw him?
No, I knew he said 4-1, but I think that's like the reverse psychology, right? It's like they're gonna, you try to put pressure on people. I think, I don't think that was a legit how he really feels, but I mean maybe he does. But I will say Brentford they lost to Brentford 3-1 in their last match out. They lost to West Ham 3-1 in the Premier League game before that. They did beat Athletic Club 2-0 in between those, though. So, a 3-1 doesn't seem outrageous to predict. Of course, all of that was before the break, so you never know what's going to happen coming back from the break.
Can I just ask what's this we can't play away bit come from? Because hang on, right, let's just go through this.
Not how the
Wolves.
Isn't that how the song goes?
I was going to say, that's not how the song goes.
Yeah. 4-0 Wolves away. Yeah, we got beat by Brighton. But funnily enough, I look as our season starting after Brighton, weirdly enough, because that's when Donnarumma and all the changes came. I look at United as like the first proper game of the season. We drew 1 each at Arsenal. We were unlucky there not to get the 3 points. We won at Huddersfield. Again, it's only the Carabao Cup, and everyone will say that. You won at Swansea. You won at Villarreal, who hadn't lost at home in God knows how long. You won at Brentford, and that's now shown that Brentford are not exactly easy to beat. So I don't get we are winning away. Now, people say not a decent team, but you can only beat what's put in front of you. We haven't played a decent.
Brentford away. That's a tough away game because Liverpool lost there and Chelsea dropped points as well. So that is not a gimme game. And we won that game 1-0. So
Newcastle just lost their 3-1 their last match out.
Yeah, see it. Yeah, at Brentford is it? What is it? G-Tech? Yeah, that is proven to be a tough.
Brentford are a decent team.
No, they're very decent.
Man United, go for Liverpool. They're not.
At home they are just like Newcastle, which is why
Newcastle are better at home, but they're still just not good. They're just not a good team. Like I said, I've watched a lot of Newcastle. They're not a good team. We have to beat them.
I feel we can defend now properly. So we go 1-0. We can defend.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't feel scared anymore when we're up 1 or 2-0. Because even last season, we'd be scared to death about bottling it. But it's been a lot better this season, and I think Donnarumma is a big reason for that. Spartacus.
Sorry, but what solid team have we played away to, man? Because I know you're.
We only played Arsenal and Villa so far, I think.
But we didn't bottle Arsenal. It was just one thing. We didn't bottle it.
We just ran out of gas because I don't think we were as match fit as we are now. Because we're.
If we'd have taken our chances, Villa, we had no number 6. Brighton, we were different. Brighton. See, the reason I'm saying Brighton's different is you still had a Kanji, Gundogan, Edison, all in the match day squad. You didn't have Donnarumma.
They were gone by then.
Yeah, everything.
Martinez missed
Everything
the sitter, if I
changed.
remember correctly.
Timmy, I get you want to win 38 out of 38. I get that. You want to win 38 out of 38. It's not going to happen.
Call that? What would we call a 38 out of 38 season? A super invincible?
The delusion.
It's nearly a 115 season because it's 114. It's a max
I see what you did there.
It's Villa to what? No, Villa. We literally haven't had a 6 in like the past 2 or 3 seasons.
Are you an Arsenal fan or are you a City fan, Timmy? Genuinely, I'm only asking because I don't know. Some are saying you're an Arsenal fan. Brighton Trafford was in goal, way different now, and that's not.
But Trafford was the best player on the pitch.
Trafford was really good in that game.
Trafford was our best player on the pitch that day.
Yeah, he got save of the month for that in that game.
Take care, Andrew, mate. Big up, mate. Have a lovely evening.
Oh, me and
take some Excedrin, man. Migraines are the worst.
Yeah,
the onus is on the home team. Yeah,
I think we're looking solid away now. I'm getting I'm not saying we're like the treble team, but I feel confident like I did with that team, with our
now
team
you've
right
already
now.
lost the bet this season, Super Setter, and you haven't paid up.
A lifetime Costa card. That's going to be a lot of money for the way Martin drinks Costa coffee.
I was going to ask what is Costa.
10,000 quid a year.
Hey, it's a channel sponsorship for life, innit? You know what I mean? So it is what it is. No, listen, I get Newcastle is difficult, and I always say, very famous saying I have, respect your opponent, but never fear him. And I don't fear Newcastle.
Right here.
I respect St. James's Park, and I respect Newcastle, but for me, I think we should and we can get a win up there. I'm not bothered about winning 5-0. I'll take a 1-0 and go home. There's this belief this is what I mean. You know this, Danny, because you read so much of it as well yourself online. Sometimes a 1-0 win is as good as a 5-0 win, but everyone thinks you've got to win 5-0 for it to be a phenomenal performance.
The league is too strong now. The league is far too strong now.
Just give me 3 points. I don't care how you get them. I don't care how you get them.
5 years ago, Brighton, Villa, Arsenal were all not Arsenal. Why am I saying Newcastle were all 3 multiple goal wins. They've all gotten better. There's like 14, 15 like solid teams in this league where you just got to win by any margin now. So
yeah, just get the win, get out of town, and let's go.
3 points doesn't matter.
And you know what? Then we've got a nice set of fixtures coming up. Then Absolutely. you've got Leverkusen, which we'll do the post match on air next week. Even though it's on the Tuesday, because I want a night off from doing a late night 11 o'clock one. I can't be doing midnight and then midnight the next day. I need some sleep, people, some point.
Burning the candle at both ends?
Yeah, I can't make myself feel like last time. Then we've got Leeds at home, which will be a decent, we should be able to get over the line. Fulham away, tough game, but winnable. Sunderland at home, tough game, but very winnable.
Fulham, that's a bad team. Not like Newcastle. They are a bad team this season. So
that's what I mean. You seriously, in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks' time, you get through this Newcastle game. This is why I said, City are back. We could be seriously in the mix right now. We could be top of the league.
Yeah. Like I said a week ago on LB's, our away game against Sunderland's during AFCON, so they're going to be totally depleted when we go down there. I know we have the home game as well, but the away game when we go down to their place.
Don't they lose about? Is it 6 or 7 players?
They're losing 7. They're losing 7 from their match day squad against Arsenal.
You'd seriously think they'd manage that better, wouldn't you, than what they've done it?
Yeah, it's a bit silly.
I think they were just excited to be back.
Just give me what you can give me. They got to take what they can get.
Right now, I don't see us losing at home. That's one guarantee. I think we win most of our home games now.
Oh no, I think we beat everyone at home right now. I've got that treble sense of inevitability. We're beating them, and that's important to know.
Bebo, before you go, I will share that. I will share it in a minute. Don't worry, mate. And so I'm just happy. I'm excited for it. We'll see what happens. on the transfers. I know everyone's getting excited because January's coming up, but the one thing I will say, a little bit of a caveat, nothing will happen coming in until 1 or 2 go out. Because right now the squad is full. People need to leave before we get anybody in. So there has to be departures before you get people in. And, I think it will be a winger and a defender. And they'll just see what the market is. And we'll see what happens. So we'll see. Final thoughts, gentlemen and ladies. Veta, I thought he was coming back, but Veta's just disappeared now.
Who's the other lady?
I was being politically correct there.
Well, you said ladies, so I was like, I know I'm
I said
one lady. Oh, you're talking to the cat. She's a girl. Martin's like, I've had enough. I'm done. I think big up the gays just sent him off.
Yeah. That's what we have to say at the end. It's not up the blues anymore. It's
big up the gays.
No, we're not doing that.
Oh, I think we're gonna beat Newcastle. I don't know what the score is gonna be. I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm glad this break's over, man. I'm excited to get back to every 3 games. We're probably gonna be streaming daily, I would imagine, between this channel, other channels everywhere. So if you hate my voice, I'm sorry to say, you're gonna be hearing it a lot. So just get used to it. No, just kidding. Yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm excited right now.
Yeah, hopefully get the 3 points, and we're quickly approaching the best month of the footballing calendar. I love December football. Matches every 3 days, like you said, and it's good. You get off school middle of the month, and you can just enjoy football and nothing else for a few weeks. So
I do hate the diminishing of Boxing Day.
Boxing Day, yeah.
I complained about that on a different stream, but
that's a good point. But yeah, I think we'll get there. But no, we'll be back next week with Stateside. Obviously, everyone in here is more than welcome to come on anytime in between. So if anyone wants to jump on the old Thursday night chat, you're always welcome. Always welcome. Tomorrow we'll be live. We're going to go slightly earlier. We're going to go slightly earlier, around about 8:15 tomorrow. Because Rich wants to stay on a bit longer. So we'll go a little bit earlier for him. And excuse me, we're just going to talk about City fighting in all fronts. Because here's my big prediction that I was leaving to the end. I think we'll win more than 1 trophy this season.
Ooh.
Let's go.
I'm not quite at treble. I'm not at treble, father, yet. I'm not quite there.
You're not
I think
gonna
we're
win a
winning
quad,
the Carabao
like
Cup.
we're not going to win the quad like Arsenal.
If we win the Carabao Cup, I might.
I think we're going to win the Carabao Cup, and I'm going to say it now. I think we're going to win the Premier League too. But I think the Carabao Cup is going to kick us off, because I think that's going to just get really show these new players, like your Savinhas, like Nico G, like Turkey, who've never won anything. It's going to show them like this is what it's like, and they're just going to get addicted to it, and they're going to be like, we're in, we'll do whatever it takes. And I just think we need to win that one. It's been a while. Erling Haaland needs it to complete English football, so I'm all in on the Carabao Cup for that reason.
What if he completes it and then decides, okay, I've had enough, let's go? Maybe we should leave a trophy out to keep him motivated. Just kidding. Win them all. Win them all.
Well, then we just refuse to sell him. Be like, bring us
There's
the
no
500
active
million.
stream. What? Doing cricket.
I'll tell you what, when we get hit for 115, you can win the Papa John's trophy.
These will be asking for a bloody Super Bowl watch along in February. We're not doing this, people.
That'll be on the Stateside Blues. We'll do it. We'll take care of it.
Listen, you want to do that? Do
Drunk
it.
at a Super Bowl party.
But
I'm not doing no.
You know what? Look, you lot can host it, because I won't have a frigging clue what I'm doing. I'll be like, right, the 7 hours.
We start talking about.
I was gonna say the problem is, but we'll be evaluating the commercials more than the game. Let's be honest.
No, I don't mind doing a watch along, because the Doomsday trailer's dropping. Or is it the Spider-Man one? I think the Doomsday one's dropping in December. Spider-Man one's gonna drop. I need to do a walk around the stadium.
It's not till February.
We'll see. I might do that again. That's a good point.
If you do
Martin
that,
and
maybe
Lee.
you'll run into to Robbie from AFTV doing his
Yeah,
speech.
well, this is going to take you over to Lee Gunner's channel, where I'm about to jump to.
Of course. it's live.
So me and
Always
Lee are
live.
going to go into the wee small hours. So come and join us. So why's Tariq getting that shake of the head? I'm like, no.
Because I heard Danny say, of course he's live. Dude
He's
is always live.
Yeah.
Big
So
ups
this
to
will
him, though.
take you straight over
Gunner
to
on
Lee
Twitter
Gunner's
is
channel.
really funny. If you guys didn't know that already.
So yeah, come and join us now. I'm going to go over there. Big up to Tariq. Tariq talks last night. I missed it. I need to get on next week.
Anytime. Every
need to get on
Tuesday.
next week. I
We
keep
try to
missing
do it
on
about
Tuesday.
6:30 because I know some people from the UK jump on. So I try to do it at 6:30 my time. So 11:30
Right.
UK
Yeah,
time.
I'm going to jump on next week.
Come on.
I'm on it.
More than
Yeah,
welcome.
drop the link in our chat because I always forget
Okay.
when you have it.
Yeah, I'll be
Wow.
on next week as well. I've just had
Okay.
a lot on my plate last
Darn
week.
it. Bloody hell. Tariq's going to end up with about 15,000 callings.
Hey,
next week.
that's all.
don't
That's what
know.
then the audience doesn't have to listen to me talk. Like last night, it was basically me the entire time. I'm sure they got tired of my voice. Like Kelter said, if you get tired of my voice, then jump in and talk to me.
Tacos.
Yeah, jump in and talk so I don't have to. But yeah, I appreciate it.
Right. Anyway, Danny, anything coming up on LB's show? This week?
I'll see you for the post match, innit?
I'll say I'm sure a panel show this weekend.
Hopefully a happy post match.
Yeah, we
I
may
don't
do
know,
it Tuesday
so.
next week. That's good. We'll see who's available. Ryjack won't be with us for the next few weeks.
Big ups to him
because-
and his wife.
Big up to Ryjack. He's has he become a dad now?
I haven't seen an update, but it was supposed to be yesterday, right?
Yes.
Yeah, usually I think that's pretty instantaneous.
Yeah, I didn't see an update. But
His wife has gone for a C-section. So big up to Ryjack and much love to his wife and newborn child, hopefully. Kelster was already giving fashion tips in the group chat, which I thought was hilarious. You know, it was like one of them typical female moments where you're like, what? Why are you not
Careful what you say there.
Pardon?
I was offering to buy him a present for his like a little Man City onesie, and he
offering
sent a
presents
picture
to
of one he
Ryjack.
already had, and I was like, but these are really cute from the City site. It didn't go anywhere, but I was willing to buy him one. It was like
yeah. Oh, you meant on Tariq, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we will be back next Wednesday. Kelster, anything coming up on True Sitter? Hope you had a good holiday, by the way.
I did. Thank you for asking. Yeah, we've got the watch along on Saturday for Newcastle. That'll be Strasbourg Steve, who's a Newcastle fan, so that's going to be crazy. And then on Sunday we're doing a hate watch for the North London Derby. We'll probably do a preview stream. We don't have anything scheduled, but I would say it's very, very possible that I'll go live on either tomorrow or Friday for something.
Yes, I am going to miss the Newcastle game. I will watch it back Sunday morning. So the
Plastic.
post-match will be Sunday night because I'm at the Co-op Arena for a concert, as you know, with my family. So
Nice one.
all I'll do is have my phone out at the exact same time. So I might go, yeah, good thing
What are
is
you
the
going to
music
see in
will play.
concert?
It's a hits radio. It's like it's got Sugar Babes, Craig David, all different ones.
Oh, I've heard of Craig David.
So yeah.
I'm not a music person, so that's actually a big deal for me to have heard of someone.
Can't we just have a stateside down under? No, because Jesus Christ, imagine Alan on here. No.
bring it on.
No. I wish Vader had come back because me and Vader need a little chat. Because Vader's telling everyone I'm a docu hater.
Oh.
Yes.
Other agenda.
I had that confirmed off Hussam. That Vader has told him I'm a docu hater. So Vader the fraud keeps avoiding me on FIFA still.
That's funny.
Not sure about that one.
But big up, Paul. Smash those likes on the way out. Great show as always. We'll see you tomorrow for Thursday night chat. As always, up the blues. Links are in the description for these legends, and we'll see you all soon. Well, this will take straight to Lee Gunner, Mank Raid in the chat. Take care.